All right? If you're led by the Spirit of God, you are a son of God. John 10 also talks about, Jesus says, my sheep hear my voice. I call and they hear my voice. And you go, do you hear voices now, Dave? No, I don't hear voices. Somebody challenged me. They said, you know what? One of the jobs of the Spirit is to guide you. Well, how does that work? I said, you know how God guides? And I said, no. I grew up in the church. No one had ever told me this one. I guess they got too scared about it or something. I said, well, how does... And they said, have you ever heard the voice of God? No. And they said, yes, you have. No, I haven't. And we had this little argument. They said, have you ever gotten alone with God and say, God, have I done anything wrong? Is there any sin? Oh, okay, well, that one. But besides that one, have I done anything? Oh, that one too. Okay, well, okay, besides those two, I'm pretty good. No, I guess I'm not. Okay, so if you ever, it's not a voice, it's just a little tap, a little impression. It's a tap on the shoulder. And so my buddy said, Dave, maybe you should pay attention to some of those taps. If you get a tap on the shoulder to do something good, that might be God guiding you. In fact, maybe as you walk by somebody and they look lonely, and then you say, whoa, they look lonely. Somebody should go talk to them. There might be a reason why you got that idea. It was just my idea. Or tap on the shoulder. So I remember I got thinking, okay, this could be cool. So I said, okay, God, I'm open to this. If you want to lead me, if you want to guide me, I'm in. So I was walking down my university campus. I was going to show my dissertation to my principal. I had all my books, and I was tripping down the campus. And I walked by this girl called Sarah. I said, hey, Sarah. I knew Sarah. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? All right. As I walked by, I just got this weird idea. I don't know. I just sort of came in, talked to Sarah. I got 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. I don't know. Let's experiment. So I sat down and say, hey, Sarah, how you doing? I got about 10 minutes. I'm walking over there. So what's going on? This is what Sarah does. She goes, oh, Dave, thank you for coming here because my whole life is falling apart. I just don't know what to do. My mom and dad are moving out to British Columbia. Should I stay here? And this guy is going on. And she was just going on. And you know what all I could think was? It's going to take more than 10 minutes. Oh, dang. Should not have sat down. Bad idea. Then a little thought came into me. Maybe I should still love her as Jesus would. I don't know where that one came from either. So I said, okay, I am here for you. And I stopped and I listened and I gave her some good counsel and we prayed together. And as I was getting up, I said, I am so late. I am 20 minutes late for my principal. Okay? Which is not good, okay? Just letting you know. And as she says, Dave, thank you. I was sitting here, she said, and I was asking God, could you send someone to talk to me? And she says, it's a miracle. He sent you. I got thinking as I was going around, yeah, God was up in heaven, and she said, send somebody. And he says, I'm looking for godly people. There are none. Oh, Dave will do. Dave, get over there. And so I'm going with all my papers to my principal, and I'm knocking on the door, and the secretary says, come in, and I'm getting there, and I just start, I'm so late, I'm just so sorry, I was just saying that. And at that very moment, the principal walks in right behind me. He looks at me, he says, Dave, I'm sorry I'm late. Can we still have time to get together? Yeah! Well, I don't know. You're talking to an answer to prayer, buddy. I might pencil you in. So anyway, at that moment, I understood something. I understood God can guide you into good things. He can. And it's exciting if you start to learn to listen to the taps on the shoulders. Some of it's just your ideas. But you know what? If it's good, if it's just doing good to others, what does it hurt? And then you'll start to have miracles. And then you'll start to understand the superpowers that you have. Okay, maybe not like that, but still. Oh, what other one? Okay, let me tell you about one more of those. And this is where it gets scary, okay? Well, at least it's scary for me. I was typing away for a paper. And I had this guy in my I was gonna say in my band, and he used to have like long hair, and he'd play and he'd whip it around, and I can't do that because I get dizzy. Anyway, he was amazing lead guitarist. He'd just do these riffs. Anyway, he broke a string the other night, and in mid sentences I'm typing, this little weird idea came to my mind. Send Nate money. And I go, oh, that's probably a good idea. He broke a string. He probably needs some money. And I put my fingers back on the keyboard, and I was going to start to type again. Because I'll do it someday, right? Then I thought, no, I will forget because I have a hole in my head. I get good ideas, but they spill all over my shirt, and I lose them. And I can never remember this stuff, and I'm going, okay. So I went over, hey, Nader, never cut your hair. Here's, I don't know, $100. I wrote a check for, here's $100. I think this is from God. Don't be weirded by this. Dave, I'm going to stick it in. And then all the hard work, finding his address, putting a stamp on it. So anyway, I put it out in the mail. 3 days later, I get a phone call from Nader's mom. Nate's mom, she's from Alabama, and she's got a really cool accent. She's really cool. And I said, how y'all doing, Dave? I said, hi, Nate's mom. You have such a cool accent. I wasn't really thinking about anything else. She says, Dave, I just want to say thank you how Nate's life has been changed by what you did. And it was like 3 days later. Like I said, I got holes in my head. I forget this stuff. So I got 3 days. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? She said, you sent him a letter. Oh, yeah. I hope he didn't get weirded out by that one. And she says, no. And this is what she told me. She said, Nate thought there might not really be a God. He was having all these doubts, like we all have. And he shook his hand at God and said, God, prove yourself to me. And he worked for a coffee shop called Tim Hortons. And he had only made $24 that last week. But he signed it and sent it off to a missionary. He said, okay, I am doing this so that you can show me that you are real. And she said 3 days later, he got your letter in the mail for 4 times as much money as he gave away. And it was from God. And she said right now he's up kneeling beside his bed saying, God, forgive me that I ever doubted you. Now you might think I shared that story to show you how cool I am. No. Or to ask money from me. No. The reason I shared that story was because I came so close not to doing it. You know, I was going to go and type some more and not do it. And this is just an idea. This isn't really in the Bible. This is just a Dave okay thing. I'm wondering if there's people in your circle of friends that call it to God, say, God, can you help me, please? Please. And God says, okay, I'm going to get my people. I'm going to tap her. She's busy. I'm going to tap him. He's thinking about other stuff. I'm going to. How else does God do miracles but through his people? And how else does he do it unless his sheep hear his voice? So that's my experiment to you guys. That you have the power of God in you. You do have you've got a superpower. He can guide you into some pretty cool stuff. And that's my challenge to you, to experiment with that this weekend. Say, okay, God, is there somebody I can help? I'm open to this. Somebody looks lonely, maybe I'll go by them and just, how you doing? Maybe if I get an idea in getting a chocolate bar or something, give it away to Dave the speaker. Where did that thought come from? No. Don't you dare give me anything. But just start to be aware that maybe God might be doing some miracles in and through you, and you have the superpowers of a superhero.